Let's start the lesson on writing in academic style, hedging. We will begin with the introduction to hedging, and we'll move on to reasons to hedge. We will have a comprehension check in the end. Let's start with introduction to hedging. In academic writing, hedging uses tentative languages such as "it seems that," "arguably," to distinguish between facts and claims, to show uncertainty, politeness, and indirectness. Hedging uses verbal and adverbial expressions to deal with the degree of probability. Hedging deliberately uses vague languages to show uncertainty about the claims being made. Hedging is important in academic discourse to avoid providing definite answers to questions in academic fields. In academic writing, hedged words are approximately 1 in every 100 words. Let's move on to reasons to hedge. Academic writing uses cautious statements to distinguish facts from claims. Hedged words create tentative languages to reduce the risk of opposition, report results more precisely, show impoliteness, and to conform to the conventionalized writing style. Writers use hedging to avoid personal accountability for statements being made. Let's compare the two sentences here. It's better to tone down the statements. So, the writer uses "appears to" make the statement sound less certain. Hedging helps writers not to have the final word on the subject, and to negotiate an accurate representation of the knowledge under discussion. Strong claims might not be justified by the data or evidence presented. For example, power shortages trigger conflict between nations is directly giving the final word on the subject. So, it's better to use hedged word may. Hedging is understood as a positive and negative politeness strategy to build up writer-reader relationship, and it helps the author to seem humble rather than arrogant. Authors do not need to use hedging once the claim is being widely accepted. The example here uses perhaps to make the writer sound less all-knowing for building better writer-reader relationships. A certain degree of hedging is conformed to the established academic writing style in English. We believed that, the research suggests that, are conventionalized writing styles in academic writing. Let's check how much we've learned. Choose the correct statements about hedging. Good. All of them are correct statements. In academic writing, we tend to use hedging to distinguish between facts and claims and to show hesitation. Verbal and adverbial expressions can tone down the statements, and vague languages help writers to be less certain about the claims being made. Which statement is not correct about the importance of writing with hedged words? Good. The answer is D. The first three are correct statements. It is important to use hedged words to avoid strong statements when reporting the study and to avoid giving definite answers. Hedged word accounts for about 1 in every 100 words in academic writing. Hedged words are not figurative languages. Figurative languages are like similes and metaphors. Let's move to a more challenging task, the quiz. Choose the reasons of hedging. Good. The first three are correct statements. In academic writing, we use hedges to reduce the risk of opposition, report results more accurately, and show politeness strategies. We use hedgings to sound less certain to avoid having the final words on the subject rather than shunning responsibilities. Let's have a quick review of today's lesson. We use tentative languages to distinguish between facts and claims, to show uncertainty, politeness, and handle probability. Hedging words account for approximately 1 in every 100 words. Here are reasons to write with hedged words. The statements are important to be less certain in academic area to reduce the risk of opposition, report the results precisely, execute politeness strategies, and conform to the conventionalized writing style. Thanks for joining us. This online course is funded by the Ministry of Education.